I am NetMoverSitan. Welcome to an extra long episode of Minecraft Weekly World of Towers. It's to make up for what I didn't put on last time. And I'm starting with some spider killing. Buffet. She'll want me dead for that. Out of the way, cow! Sorry. Didn't mean to hit you. Just that skeleton. I think we know what time I'm about to have. Oh yeah, speaking of that game. There's a lot of fandom-based bestiality and necrophilia. I mean... Sorry. Right. I mean, you'd have to be pretty open-minded to have enjoyment of that game, but... I'm not that open-minded! I mean, being attracted to the dead. It's not just distasteful. It's a little bit disturbing, isn't it? Oh yes, I'll get this out of the way early. What I'm doing now is completing, well, at least the basic part of the interior. Yes, the interior of the second agricultural tower. The reason why I'm using birch wood is because it is abundant. I think I'm taking inspiration from that bit in Xenoblade Chronicles. Yeah. Frontier Village. Although it will be smaller by comparison. Yeah, that's one JRPG that has quite a departure from others. Having British voice actors rather than American ones. See that one coming. Oh yes. Oh yes indeed. Target practice! or not. Yeah, things are more or less back to normal now. The reason why I've been a little backed up is, well, I was visiting relatives. Okay, where... Yeah, got quite a bit to go. And that much wood will not be enough. Yeah, a bit higher than that. I'm gonna need to put more light around here. Stop the monsters from spawning. Oh yes, I'm not done with the Talos principle just yet. I still have the Road to Gehenna DLC to take care of. Which I'll do after I'm done with the Ashes of Ariandel DLC, or I run out of main story videos to upload, whichever comes quicker. Oh yes. And they're working on a sequel. Good for them. Nice to know some of them are able to spot a winning formula. Don't know whether it'll be a continuation of the story of the first game, or more than one. Of these computer-based constructs around that world. I'm not going to spoil exactly how that fits into what is happening, but, well, there's a good reason for that. I don't want to spoil you. Rather, I don't want to spoil the plot. Some of it is in the, well, terminal entries. Let's just say that. Well, this is intended for those who haven't watched the videos that I've put up. Those of you who have already watched that, well, you'll know at least some of it. Yeah. At some point I'm going to expand the different walkways. Well, need access to the terraces with the crops, don't I? Oh no. I'm starting to sound like William Shatner again, aren't I? I don't think we need dramatic pauses. After each word. Oh, good. Something, if I ever get bored or I need target practice. And boy, do I need target practice. At times I'm as bad with shooting as some are with puzzle solving. Oh, you know who I'm talking about, don't you? Well, at least I hope you do. Although I can talk. When it comes to rhythm games, I am completely hopeless. How is it possible that I got through that one in Evoland 2? Yeah, you know that one. The one that's supposed to be a mix of different game styles, including Chrono Trigger, those top-down shooters. Oh, and it has some anime thrown into it. That otaku lizard. Probably love it. Right, what was I talking about? I don't remember. I've only just got up. At the time I'm putting this together. And I'm thinking of those who seek the pleasure of others entirely at the expense of themselves. That is not healthy, you know that. In fact, Winston Churchill put it best. An appeaser is someone who would feed a hungry crocodile in the hopes that they get eaten last. In fact, Ayn Rand put it, I have no excuse for that. Yeah, best go to bed. Yeah. Ayn Rand put it as well, put it in terms of this. It's the sanction of the victim. Which is basically the willingness of good to suffer at the hands of evil. To accept the role of a sacrificial animal for the sin. Well, that's a term to use generously, of creating value. There's some questionable stuff. But she had a point there. And besides, if she didn't do what she did, it wouldn't have led to the novel Atlas Shrugged, which in turn would have meant that the Bioshock games wouldn't come into being. As those, at least the first one, are loosely based on it. Oh yes, and in case you're wondering about the bit I haven't put wood on, that's where I'm gonna dig down. And right now, I'm gathering more wood, as well as kill some monsters to get some XP up. And in this case, it really does mean experience points, not execution points. Yes, the more exposed, the less I'll be able to be taken surprised of. And I'm still struggling with English. And I am English. What? You thought I was Scottish? Unfortunately, I'm not. Because then I'd have an excuse to... Actually, let's stop there. before I start getting exploding mail sent to me. Although apparently there are some Scottish which are bizarre. Well, they find it bizarre. Yeah, that's the right way of putting it. They find it bizarre that the deep-fried Mars bar took off. Yeah, and for those who are unaware of what the deep-fried Mars bar is, well, it started, well, relatively recently, when a chip shop in Scotland decided to take someone's challenge on, can you deep fry a Mars bar? Which they did, and they started selling it. Yeah. There are some things that should never be made. A heart attack just waiting to happen is just one of them. Other things that don't work, involve, rather include, yeah, that's the best way of putting it. Putting things like chili powder. Oh wait, no, that actually can work. I mean, curry powder, Madras curry powder, and cheddar. The same applies with toffee. And I'm not too sure about putting bits of fruits already in the cheese. On the side, that works. It seems that substandard products on Steam, at least with the indie markets, make half-decent indie games rarer than bowl of salad at a NASCAR circuit. And is just as embarrassing. Oh yes, there's something else that doesn't really work. I mean, chocolate with bacon. They also have banana and bacon trifle. I mean, whose idea was it to make that? I mean, banana and bacon trifle? Some things that are insane even by my standards. And this is someone who is currently going through Dark Souls 3 and has completed Dark Souls 1 and 2. That's one game series that is guaranteed to drive the sane crazy. Well, it's a bit late for me, isn't it? Yeah, right now, I'm waiting for the DVD release of Season 11 of Red Dwarf. Which I admit is one of the better ones. Although Season 5, I think, is the best one so far. Or if I start that load of the good episodes are in that one. Even though there's one bit that's a bit cringy. It's in Demons and Angels. I'll say that much. Yeah. Although it had one or two bits of controversy. I mean, Craig Charles with the crack cocaine. Naughty Scouser! And the award-winning episode Gunman of the Apocalypse. Almost got Patrick Stewart to call his lawyer. Because he thought they were ripping off Star Trek The Next Generation. Well, he watched a little bit more and he realised that there's some things that, well, wouldn't really work with that series. Well, it doesn't really take itself that much. Doesn't take it that seriously. I mean, what more can you say about a series where the main characters include a Scouser space bum, a snobby dead man who's a bit of a mess, an incredibly vain evolved house cat, a computer with Alzheimer's, or the electronic equivalents, and later a neurotic automated toilet attendant. And also a version of the Scouser's ex-girlfriend from a... well, it's complicated. And I think she mostly appeared to satisfy the requirement for the movie, which was salvaged for an idea for the season 10 finale. And in that one, he was acting drunk. Well, he was ill at the time, so he was pretty convincing. Well, slightly more convincing. Well, it's nice to know that they're keeping up with the law with some episodes. Helps to minimize plot holes. Although in some cases the plot has more holes than Gruyere has at times. Or is it, well, it's some kind of Swiss cheese anyway. Kinda has a lot of holes. Something from a country that's a mix of French, German, Italian, don't know what else, where you can tell which part of it you're in based on your surroundings. Where in the French part, there are delicatessens and coffee shops, where in the German part, there's dry sausage and beer. Seriously, I'm not making this up. That's actually what's there. It's not a stereotype. If I am exaggerating, it's not by much. As for me, with alcohol, even though I can guess it, I can't say I care much for it. At times I have problems keeping myself together sober. It can make the good bad, and the bad worse. And I'd rather not take that risk. As it could destroy what little stability I have left. Yeah, I know, it's not entirely in sync with what was below, but that's what I'm doing here now. Ooh. A vote of confidence in the Orange Man, resulting in Ford practically spitting on Mexico. Even some from the BBC weren't that cold. Walt Disney would be proud. As well as other right-wing fascists. Or closet Nazis. Well, a group of people which sorry, I had to split this into two parts. For some reason, doesn't like over an hour videos compiling. Don't know why exactly.